Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top two seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. We'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Kirkstreet. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. 1 game to determine the national championship. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. First down here for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Freeman. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And now the running back's got it again. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to create here on the move. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. offense gets set up here. It's third down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Aggressive start. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
What a job by this offense picking up the first down. You know, as a play caller, you look at where you are in the field. If you punt it, there's a chance it goes into the end zone for a touchback. If you kick the field goal, it's a really long kick. So this is a great opportunity to be aggressive and pull the trigger to try to come up with a big play. They get it, keep the drive alive, and now they can get a touchdown.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Now they're running on the toss. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Here's the 2nd down play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. The Buckeyes pick up enough for a first down here.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers, but we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
So 1st and 10 play. He'll hand it off.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Buckeyes looking to cash in this red zone trip. And the wideout goes in motion. He'll hand it off. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Strong opening drive. This is the 11th play coming up. It'll be 3rd down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get him to 3rd down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Short pass finds the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid game, more than enough to pick up a first down.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Quick throw, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When a quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to 39.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Running game is working. Let's stick with it on first down.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Important second down play coming up. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back has it on the screen now. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
They're trying to bait this defensive line into believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away, make a really nice play for a lost yardage.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And he is wide open for a huge gain. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This is what having an accurate quarterback is so important. Fourth down, critical situation. He puts that ball right on his receiver. What I love to see is he not only picks up that first down, but he's got the speed and the awareness to take it to the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Returner decides to fair catch this. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Out of the shotgun, will hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. Snags the quick throw. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And it's complete downfield. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Who cannot stop him? He's in. Touchdown, LSU.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. They connect on the PAT and lead 14-6 now. Now they get set to kick it away. We'll call for the fair catch here. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Using his legs, it's Freeman.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He pulls it in for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Teams are getting more and more creative with how they run their counter plays. Gone are the days of everyone under center running the counter tray. Now you're seeing it modernized. We'll see how many different versions they'll run today.
They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. The back's got it. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
I really like to see the counter mixed in there with your base concepts to keep the defense honest. Now, they didn't burst a big run, but if you keep mixing it in as the game progresses, you might catch the defense over pursuing.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And the runner takes off to his right. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
The Buckeyes will line up now. It's 1st and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Kicker on the sidelines. They'll go for 2 points here, trying to tie the score.
6-9-1, Gators score. 29 Philly, 2-9 Philly. Ready.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Makes a quick grab. He's not going to get there. They come up empty and miss a chance to tie the game. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off and hope the defense can get a quick stop. This one will be fair caught. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Handoff here from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments.
They just felt that one coming. 3rd down and long. Those defensive linemen are in that sprinter stance. They know the offense is going to have to throw. Great job of using that athletic ability and speed to get after the quarterback to come up with that sack.
They'll kick it away here. Oh, and he's got some space here. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock. So 2nd down after the incompletion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick it off to begin the 2nd half. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
After a first down loss at 2nd and long from the 23. Receiver in motion now. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
That's exactly what the coach, I'm sure, talked about there at halftime, is the defense is going to be out there on the field first. We're down in this football game. We got to get pressure on this offense, come up with some plays, and get the ball back to our offense. And that's exactly what they have a chance to do now.
Well, he's got a breeze here. Look out. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Ball handed off. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Back's got it again. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Makes a quick catch. And that's the fullback making the catch. It was not a big concern for this defense when they built the game plan, but maybe they have to shift the focus.
Yeah, they have to, because this guy's athletic enough to be able to make that catch. This guy pounds those shoulders in to make blocks play after play. I think it's very nice to be able to see him finally show what he can do catching a ball like this.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a 4th down stop. Will he score here? Touchdown, Ohio State. We go in front here in the 2nd half.
What an extra dimension to this offense when you can pull a quarterback design run and not just pick up 5 or 6 yards, but a big gain and a touchdown. This guy is special.
Now the all-important extra point. Extra point makes it a 5-point game. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And here comes that LSU offense back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. 2nd down after that run on the previous play.
But Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. And in first down, they go right back to him. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. They'll run it to the left. Looks like LSU has the first down.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. On the run, it's McLeod. Great swings at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Powering through. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the grab.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, Tigers. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter. Another touchdown strike. You win national championships with elite quarterback play. And Kirk, this guy's putting on a show.
I mean, this is a national championship. Can you imagine having this kind of performance? This is something that we'll always remember. Right now, this defense is overmatched with his ability to throw the ball and the receiver's jobs of running routes. Everything's in sync right now.
Coach deciding to keep the offense out there, go for a 2-point conversion, and extend the lead to 3. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's taken down, doesn't get rid of the ball, and the 2-point conversion does not work. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Here's the fair catch by the return man. here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field.
Easy.
And there's the handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Toss play to the outside. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he went backwards after the catch. That'll set up a 4th down now.
Obviously, you're going to throw the football on 3rd down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big 4th down.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. The ball is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. They didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and defense comes down with it.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. As a design quarterback keeper. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. So here we go. 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. Looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking for 6. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
There's still an important piece of business to take care of here, the extra point. The extra point up and good. So the lead now is 8 here in the fourth quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Just a really heads-up play by this receiver. Yeah, he maybe could have fought to get the first down, but I love the fact he got out of bounds. You save your timeouts, you stop the clock, the offense has a chance to regroup, and now you're in striking distance to get the right play called at the right time.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in the football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. Crucial play here. They go to the air. And the pass is incomplete. That's a big stop with this defense on fourth down.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. Fourth down. Fourth quarter. Game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
And Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Can they play? Got space, looking to score. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
They're setting out to try the PAT. And the extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Hey, guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the right side. Tackle, but forced out. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. Gain on the first play moves it to the 43. It'll be first down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Fires it to the wideout. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
3:25.
They'll run the option. The back's got her on the pitch. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
He hands it off from the gun. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And the defense will spend a timeout here. Stop on the clock with 21 seconds remaining. They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. The offense will spend a timeout to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining. They bring the punter onto the field now. It's a low punt. Won't travel very far. Returner decides to fair catch this. Set it down for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. The offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. First down at 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be in the air. Defensive backs have their eyes on the ball. They're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback drops back. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions. This was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the LSU Tigers.